Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's Ndagire here. Thanks for coming. As always, for the subscribers, thank you so much for your time. I always appreciate it. Today's video is something that I wanted to share with you guys, especially my brothers and sisters in the diaspora, because I would say we Africans are facing a lot of challenges, or we've been facing a lot of challenges from them people. But I mean, I can't really, of course, understand a lot of the pain that you guys have been coming and going through from this group of people. So I landed on the video where a white man was, talking about how guilty he feels about whatever that is going on. But yeah, before I say anything about it, watch this clip, come back, and let's talk about it.
I want to address my anger on social media recently and why I feel like nothing matters and why I don't care about how I talk to people. If you care to understand what's in my head and why I'm acting this way before you start calling me crazy and unhinged, I'll explain. White guilt. I first experienced white guilt when I was in middle school watching The Color Purple with my classmates. And I realize now that going to school in Teaneck, New Jersey was such a unique experience for white people in this country because of its rich diversity, ethnically, racially. And really, in terms of money, I mean, we had $1 million homes, and then we also had project housing. So yeah, Teaneck was a really good microcosm for the world. And I realized how unique that experience was. I further went on to college to go to school in an all-black dorm. And I also realized that experience is very unique for white men in this country. And with all that lived experience as a white person, I still had racist thoughts without knowing it, because they were not KKK thoughts. They were more like assumptions, judgments. I considered myself a good person, but I did not do the deconstruction of white supremacy to understand that things that I was thinking is due to the systems around me. So when BLM happened, I took anti-racism very, very seriously. I literally took a online Zoom class for 6 weeks with tons of reading. And my anger comes from white guilt today in 2024, that white people still choose ignorance, still choose racism. And the reason why I said it's not Democrat, not Republican, and it's been, wait, before you guys go nuts, wait. Racism is not exclusive to only Republicans. They are just outward about it. They are just, yeah. But the Democrats, we are racist too. We just dress it up better. Case in point, there was a white Democrat who calls herself a feminist, and in her comments to one of my recent posts, she said something to the effect of, racism isn't even going to be a problem anymore because white people aren't reproducing and we will be done by 2040. That's what she wrote on my page. Not one of you called her out for that, by the way. You were agreeing with her because I happened to say something about Trump, and so everyone was attacking me. What she said was racist, and that's my point. Donald Trump exists because white people allow racism to exist. If you are a white person and you've done anti-racist work, whoop, whoop, all right, you are going to see it's a minority of white people. It's a very small portion of white people that do this work. And so my point to you is that racism is not exclusive to political party lines. And it is our white people's collective racist energies that contribute to the existence of people like Donald Trump. White people should have stopped him dead in his tracks in the 80s when he took out that full-page ad against the Central Park Five. But instead, white people drank the Kool-Aid, and we persecuted 5 innocent black boys for no good reason, other than they were black. So when I talk about the ills of our society, I'm talking about this. And no Democrat or Republican is going to fix what I now see as the true ills of society. The fact that racism even exists in 2024 is just beyond me. So I get mad and I get angry. And it has turned me to being an extreme radical leftist. I only want black radical leadership. I want black radical leadership. I want Malcolm X for president. That is how I feel. And if you want to call me crazy, if you want to say I'm unhinged, I don't care. Because the work that needs to be done on planet Earth is the reckoning within our hearts and minds for how we go about thinking about each other, treating each other, hating each other for the just because of identity, sheerly because of what you are on the exterior.
As I've seen the video, that is what he had to say, and honestly I don't even have a lot to add on, but all I can say is it's really amazing for me. And I always tell you guys, every time I come across a video where a white person specifically is talking about their own people and the atrocities they committed and the things they did to other groups of people, I will always share it. I've shared a lot of videos about them coming out and calling out their own. That, I mean, in 2024, it's really disgusting, honestly. It is disturbing that we still have racist people. Like, why are you judging people because of how they look like? Because, I mean, at this time, these times, it's no longer ignorance. This is things that they are putting into themselves that they don't want to work on. And of course it takes time. Like, even for me as an African, learning about things, I had to put in effort to understand the history or some of the things that actually happened in my country or other African countries, and some other parts of the world, also trying to understand the diaspora situation, on how you guys really passed through a lot and still do. Because I mean, every time I always remember the BLM movement, I'm always triggered by it. I always go back and I'm like, I can't believe this is how my people were treated or are treated in these lands of America, in the lands of Europe. I mean, also recently you've been seeing how the British people have been treating black people in the streets and, burning down or putting down the businesses of black people, people of color, Muslim people. So, I mean, that's the true barbarism that these people have, but they don't want to acknowledge it. But they always turn it around and put it on African countries. Every time there's a disease, it's always put on the African people. Every time there's any chaos within the continent, it's always like put so much into the media to make it seem like we are these barbaric human beings, or not. I mean, they don't sometimes see us as beings, which is like crazy, right? I mean, that's crazy. I've seen a lot of riots from the Western countries, but it's not like seen as evil. Like people see it as, oh, you know, they're fighting for their rights. But I mean, are the people in Congo also fighting for their lives, or is like whatever? Are the people in Palestine fighting for their lives, or it's like whatever? Other people in other nations, Iraq, Iran, like those Muslim countries, are they not fighting for their rights as well, trying to push away the power of these people? So really seeing why people come out and talk about how they feel guilt, which of course they have to, because I mean, why is it that we as let's say African people, black people, people of color, we are expected to take in accountability for the things our ancestors did, and also, you know, move into the light of how we were treated in the history. But then when it comes around to them people, they don't see that they are, or they were a problem in any century, in any kind of time, if you get what I mean. So I've really come across a lot of videos from white people that have been really coming out to teach their people. Like I always say, when a white person speaks about these things, his people, their people are going to listen more than when I talk about these things, because when they see me, it's like, oh, you're being, you know, racist, like I'm being too much. But when they hear and they see themselves or their people talk about these things, of course it sinks in their heads, like, you know, the world is changing and we need to do better. I mean, you see what is happening, like they are so frightened about, I mean, in the UK, how they are being like taken over, which I don't really understand. Like they are so scared of being invaded, they are so scared of being replaced, they are scared of, you know, they are scared of other people coming into, you know, their countries, but they forget and they tend, I mean, is it really forgetting or is pretense? They pretend to forget that they've been doing that exact same thing, and in worse ways, in horrible ways. So really, I do appreciate these kinds of people when they speak about these matters. And I always tell you guys, I'll never come here and say that all white people are evil, just like I will never say that all black people are heaven sent beings. But I mean, when we see people come out as them to call out their own and really teach their own and speak about these things, it really helps us as a people also, that they are trying and they are putting in the effort to teach their fellows about what is going on in the world. Because I mean, you heard what the man had to say, like it baffles him. In 2024, they still racist people. Like, make it make sense, make it make sense. Yeah guys, I don't want to say a lot. He said a lot, and I mean, I always share these videos when I come across them. But yeah, let me know what you think about this. Do you think it was a genuine kind of a conversation that he was having? Do you think when these people come out, they are really genuine about the situation? Or do you guys like feel like all white people are evil? Because I mean, I don't know what you guys think about this. But yeah, let me know what you think about this. Yeah, I would really like to hear your opinions on this matter. Yeah, that is it for me in the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I am always posting. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.